Bonne soirée tout le monde. Ici Joey Alfieri des Alouettes de Montréal. Un match quand même serré au stade Percival Molson ce soir, mais les Argos l'emportent 35-27. Écoute, tout un match excitant jusqu'à la fin. Et je sais que, tu perds un match. Mais il faut quand même saluer l'effort de cette équipe-là. Ils ont joué 2 matchs de football en 5 jours. Il y a eu le long voyage de Vancouver à Montréal tôt lundi matin. Écoute, les joueurs ont atterri à Montréal à 6 heures le matin. Et je ne veux pas faire d'excuses, mais c'est difficile de ne pas être fier de cette équipe-là. Écoute, ils se sont battus jusqu'à la fin contre une bonne équipe. Malheureusement, il a manqué un peu de temps en fin de rencontre. On a les stats finales. 26-36 pour Cody Fajardo, 281 verges par la passe, 3 touchés et 2 interceptions. Il y avait une interception en fin de match. Oui, mais quand même, c'est une grosse performance. On a notre premier invité. Mondo, you can jump in right here. Thank you for stopping by. I know you're not into moral victories, but I thought, given the short week and the opponent, you guys fought to the very end. I thought there's something to be proud of there, something to take going into the bye.
I know it's a lot of stuff we left out there, man. We got to fix a lot of this mess. It's just self-inflicted wounds. We got to fix this stuff, though, We got to go back, watch the tape, and just correct as much as we can.
Defensively, I know it's happening quick out there. You guys were, after the Dequoy interception, thought you guys played really, really well, but they were able to beat you guys over the top a couple of times. What went wrong there?
Like I said, man, just self-inflicted wounds and stuff, man. We just got to go out and, we got to fix all this stuff, Coach Thorpe, he's going to get on us about this stuff because it was some easy plays that we left out there that just turned into explosions. You can't have explosions in these type of games. It's the Eastern Division opponent. You need these wins.
What's the mindset going into the bye? You got 2 bye weeks early in the season, but what's the mindset going into the bye, and what's the mindset coming out?
Going into the bye, you just got to take care of these little nicks and bruises that you got going on right now. Make sure you get into your playbook, and I'll come back healthy, ready to run and get started again.
Thanks, Mondo. Appreciate it. All right, Armando Sewell des Alouettes qui mentionne qu'il y a trop de jeux qui ont été laissés sur le terrain. Je vais dire ça. Écoute, je trouve qu'après l'interception de Marc-Antoine Dequoy en première mi-temps, je trouve que les Alouettes ont quand même bien joué. Défensivement, c'est sûr qu'ils ont accordé de longs jeux. Je pense que c'est ça la différence ce soir. Manque de pression sur le quart arrière adverse et il y a eu trop de temps pour qu'il décoche ses longues passes. Et on a vu quand même qui donnons crédit aux receveurs des Argos parce que c'est quand même, il y avait l'attrapé de Coxie dans la zone début sur 2e essai long. Je pense que c'était 2e essai 11. C'est quand même énorme comme jeu, là. Donnons du crédit aux Argos. Écoute, ils sont champions en titre pour une raison et pas évident de les battre. C'était un match quand même assez serré jusqu'à la fin. Les Alouettes avaient l'avance à la mi-temps. Là, les Argos sont revenus de l'arrière. Montréal est revenu de l'arrière une couple de fois. Faut souligner des positifs aussi. En première mi-temps, je pense qu'on a vu le vrai William Stanback. Il est sorti lors du 3e quart. Je ne sais pas s'il y avait une blessure ou des crampes, je ne sais pas. Mais je trouve sur premier essai, ça s'est quand même bien déroulé pour Stanback en première mi-temps. Aussi, il faut souligner la performance de Tyler Snead qui a été excellent dans la zone payante. Et écoute, c'est impressionnant. C'est un jeu, c'est 3e essai et 5. Jason Moss, les Alouettes tirent de l'arrière par 7 et Jason Moss laisse l'attaque sur le terrain. Cody Fajardo a fait un jeu absolument spectaculaire, incroyable. Et il a retrouvé Tyler Snead pour je pense, c'est le 2e touché du match. Donc, pour la recrue qui a fait ses débuts dans la Ligue canadienne de football, la semaine passée à Vancouver, il y a 5 jours, de sortir 3 touchés de son chapeau. C'est un tour du chapeau, mais il y a de quoi être fier dans cette situation-là. Donc, écoute, il y a du positif. T'sais, on a vu des belles choses de Julian Grant. On a vu des belles choses d'Austin Mack. Je regarde des stats ce soir. Austin Mack, encore une fois, ciblé 11 fois. C'est un autre, c'est 7 réceptions, 70 verges. Keon Julian Grant, écoute, quel effort de Julian Grant ce soir. 6 attrapés, 64 verges. On a les 3 attrapés pour Tyler Snead, c'est 3 touchés. 4 attrapés pour Courtney Davis, 44 verges. 4 attrapés par Stanback, 36 verges. Donc, tu sais, c'était quand même, c'était gros. Là. On a eu des belles performances. Et pour une équipe qui avait, tu sais, on avait des doutes sur ces receveurs-là. On ne se le cachera pas. Mais il faut mentionner que les receveurs ont très bien joué depuis le début de la saison. Là, je sais que ça fait 3 défaites de suite. On s'en va la semaine de congé avec une séquence décevante. On vient à la maison le 30 juillet, un dimanche contre les Stampeders de Calgary. C'est un match, il faut gagner. Vous pouvez procurer vos billets, goalsgo.com. Donc, tu sais, je sais que on est déçus d'avoir perdu 3 matchs en ligne, mais je vais te souligner encore, écoute, le fait qu'ils ont joué dimanche soir à Vancouver, tu reviens, comme je te dis, avec une semaine de pratique et on a sorti cet effort-là. C'est quand même gros. OK. Bon, on va lire des commentaires. On va voir des joueurs et le coach vont sortir bientôt. L'attaque joue ensemble depuis 1 mois et demi. Tu attends quoi? Écoute, mais quand même, ils ont marqué 27 points dans ce match-là. It's fun playing against fourth-string quarterbacks. It's a different game when you're playing the real number ones, no authority. Look, I don't know. The defense came up with some plays. For sure, they got beat over the top, Mike, but the defense came up with some plays. This game was tight till the very end. Phil, ligne offensive pourrie, quand même. Je sais qu'ils ont donné un sac du quart lors du 4e quart, la dernière séquence ou avant-dernière séquence. Mais les sacs avant ça, il y avait la remise que Cody avait échappé. C'était pas des sacs. Je pense qu'ils ont alloué un sac. En vérité, je pense que ça en est 3. Mais pour vrai, je pense que c'est 3 sacs du corps. Frustrant. Perte de Deontay Evans en début de saison a fait mal à la défense, mais bon, il va revenir contre Calgary. Mais il était prêt de revenir. Il était supposé de jouer ce soir. Malheureusement, pendant l'échauffement, il ne se sentait pas bien, donc il n'a pas joué. Bon, si vous avez d'autres commentaires, vous pouvez les laisser dans la section des commentaires, mais encore une fois, il y a du positif à sortir de ce match-là. La semaine passée, un peu plus difficile le dimanche à Vancouver, mais pour ce match-là, je trouve qu'il y a des positifs en revenant du bail. De la semaine de congé. So we'll go in English a little bit here just because we've been going long in French. Yeah, I do think there's some positives coming out of tonight. It's one of those performances where you tip your cap to the Argos because they took a lot of penalties tonight. I think they had 100 penalties through 3 quarters. So we've got those penalties. They hung in there. You see why they're the defending champions. But yes, that's it's disappointing. But you have to look back and think about the effort that the Argonauts put forth tonight. But the effort that the Alouettes put forth tonight was big time too. So look, I'm not going to make excuses for the group. I don't think Armando Sewell made excuses for the group either when he stopped by to join us. But can go ahead. Some wires, but yeah. Still, they landed in Montreal on Monday morning at 6 a.m. 1 full day of practice, which was on Wednesday, and you have to suit up and play against a team that's 3-0, a team that is coming off a Grey Cup championship, as we mentioned. So I think there's quite a few positives to pull from this game. We have a guest who will join us here momentarily. As Najee Murray is going to jump on. Je vais donner une mise à jour sur Phil Pott, Emmanuel, dans pas longtemps. You can jump in on this side. Najee Murray joins us now. Look, I know you guys don't take any moral victories from these games, but you know, the fact that it was an extremely short week with a lot of travel. I thought you guys showed some fight until the bitter end. Can you pull anything positive from that, even though you lose?
One of the biggest positive things that we could bring or take from this is we fought. You know, we came from a short week and we came out here and we were physical. And we didn't give up. You know, it's just a few things we'll have to correct. I mean, you know, that's every week, and we'll get better.
I thought the defense, from the point where, you know, you guys gave up the touchdown early on, but after the Dequoy interception, I thought you guys were spot on. There were some big plays. You know, the Argos receivers made some big plays. How do you assess overall what happened defensively tonight?
They're a very good team, you know, and our defense is pretty good. It's just a few things I felt like we almost shot ourselves in the foot, you know, but they're very easy things to clean up, you know. And we'll get back, look at the film. It's still early, and we'll fix it, and we'll be good to go. We got to go through them, and they got to go through us to get to where we want to get to.
Yeah, you guys go into the bye week. What's the mindset going into the bye? How you feeling going into the bye? I mean, having 2 bye weeks so early in the year, not ideal, but how's it feel?
It feels pretty good, you know, be able to go back home, go be with your family, but just get to relax. And then, you know, when we come back, we got to grind for 12 straight games. So I think we need this, you know, just after these 3 games, decompress, get away from it a little bit, and then it's just going to make us even hungrier for these next 12.
Thank you, buddy. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Joe.
All right, Najee Murray of the Montreal Alouettes was nice enough to join us on the post-game show. Donc, c'est Najee qui parle de la semaine de congé qui arrive. C'est une 2e semaine de congé. Les Argonauts ont 2 semaines de congé aussi. Ils viennent de sortir d'un 2e congé. Donc, oui, why another bye week? Well, it's simple. Another bye week just because every team gets 3. Toronto had 1 week 1. Montreal had 1 week 2. And this is just the way the schedule plays out. Yeah, disappointing. It's tough, but you can jump in here, Joe. Again, I keep saying it every week. I think Joe Zima's a dog. I think he's the best punter in the league. You nearly created a turnover. I mean, you guys nearly recovered a fumble there. I know it wasn't ideal for you special teams-wise as a unit last week, but I felt like there was some solid bounce back tonight.
Yeah, there was improvement. I mean, there was a focus, you know, to get better this week and every week. So, I mean, I think the guys bounced back, but there's always room for improvement. If you don't win the game, you got to look at where you can get better and get on to next week.
I just, you know, I've been telling guys that nobody's taking the motivate, you know, nobody's taking the positives from a loss. But I thought, you know, given the circumstances, you guys don't want to make excuses. But for goodness sakes, we landed in Montreal at 6 a.m. on Monday morning, and you got to strap up and play another football game on Friday. Can you pull any positives from that you guys really hung in there with the defending champions till the end?
Yeah, I mean, I guess it shows that, you know, when we're switched on and we're ready to go, you know, we can hang with anyone. And that's the goal. You know, we set another standard in the bar tonight, and we just got to keep at that level the whole year, and we'll be fine come the end of the year. So it's just about, you know, getting better each week and just not getting below that again, you know, so it's just improving.
Getting back to the special teams, I'm curious, in a short week, is it just a question of, you know, do you burn the tape? Because you guys have been dominant since the beginning of the season. It was kind of a blip on the radar. Did you watch the tape? You go back and watch? Like, how do you evaluate in a short week?
Yeah, you have a quick look and make sure that if there's any major mistakes or anything like that happen, you address it quick, but you have to wash it and just, you know, look forward. So there was a quick review and then on to the next opponent. So, again, it was a focus, and I think we came out and did a better job this week, but still got to get the points in the end.
How weird is it to have 2 bye weeks through week 7 next week?
Yeah, a little weird. My first year, we had a bye week in week 1 and week 5, I think. So kind of used to it now, but you got to get your body right. We got 12 straight, I think, after this bye week. So going to take advantage of it, make sure all the guys get proper recovery and get their bodies and their minds right for the stretch ahead. But I think we'll be well set up for it.
Thanks, Joe. Enjoy the bye. Thank you.
No worries. Thanks.
Joe Zima des Alouettes, encore une fois, je pense qu'il a raison. Il a mentionné la première année en 2021. Il y avait une semaine de congé, semaine 1, semaine 5. Donc, c'est pas la première fois que ça arrive. I'll get to the injury update in a second. You can jump in this way. Yeah, just be careful. I don't want to trip you up. Listen, I start every interview in this post-game show. That was a really gutsy effort. I thought from all of you guys, you know, you guys could have folded and fallen apart in the second half, but you guys hung in there and you found a way to make it tight at the end. Can you pull any positives from a loss like that?
Especially coming off a short week, like we knew it was all going to be about effort, and sometimes it just doesn't fall our way. So we just know we just gotta, if we keep that same effort and just keep building, we should be good.
Upper body wise, did you do a lot? I'm not saying you were skinny before, but did you do a lot of work this offseason? Because I mean, there's no way they didn't take you down on first contact at all. You dragged them for yardage.
I mean, remember our first interview? I always try to make the first one miss, and my upper body is still pretty skinny, but my lower body, I'm like a running back, that people say. So
You've taken on a bigger role. I saw Gino Lewis tweet before, like, he knew about Keon Julian Grant, but everybody is quickly starting to figure you out across the league. Is there a different level of confidence? Because I think you've quickly established yourself as a go-to receiver in this league here, and you've got the numbers finally to back it up.
So definitely my confidence started to build even more. I always felt like I could have been impacting the game from when I first came into the league. But as you get implemented more, like you feel the trust, and then you build more confidence in yourself. So I'm getting the ball more. I'm starting to feel more comfortable.
I'm going to ask you about Tyler Snead. I mean, that's 3 catches in the game, but all 3 of them were majors. Just, take us behind the scenes. The guy was on the PR for the first 3 games of the season, gets in there last week, plays another one tonight, and has a big night.
Tyler's nice, man. I could have stole the touchdown.
He took one. I think he took one from you. The first one.
I had 2 guys on me, though, and I saw he wasn't looking at me, so I'm like, okay. He beat his guy. Yeah. Chances are, if I go up for it, he's going to go to me, and it's going to be a harder catch. So I'm like, I trust my dude to make it. He made it, and he kept making plays. So,
were you both supposed to be that close together at the back of the end zone? Is that the way that's drawn up?
It was 2 posts, and then, I guess it just happened. Because I remember running in, and I saw him, and he was not looking at me. So I was just like, all right, you got it. Let me just take my 2 guys away, and trusted him. It was good.
Offensively, look, I talked about it before. Like, there was a lot of questions going in with the receiving group, and if you guys can make it happen. I mean, between you and Mac, you guys came in first and third in the league in receiving. What do you think you've shown the rest of the league, the country, what you guys have been able to do as a receiving core?
They can keep down it as long as they want. But proof is in the pudding, right? But we just gotta turn our stats into wins. That's all that really matters.
How strange is it to go into week 7 and it's 2 bye weeks already? Got 1 left the rest of the
I'm not a fan of our schedule, but definitely need it. My body could use the rest, but we're going to come back.
Thank you, buddy.
Thank you.
Keon Julian Grant. Let's go. We'll go Jason Moss, the head coach, is going to come with us here. On va attendre le coach Moss. Je veux juste chercher les stats. You can jump on here, Coach. You can jump in here. You're a tall guy, though, so I'm going to back this up a little bit. Perfect. Look, I don't believe in moral victories, but I thought that the way that the guys showed up and fought tonight to the very end shows that, they care, they're hungry, and you guys prepared them well for the week. Did you see it the same way?
Absolutely. I mean, we play this game to win, and when you get that close to a win and don't come through, it hurts. But I'm a realist as well. When you don't practice, you have a short week of work, and you go out there and play against that team who's number 1 in our league and play them as tough as we did. I'm very, very proud of our guys. I mean, I love the way they fought. I love the way they prepared this week. I mean, we were kind of going on a limb and seeing the no practice thing, if it could work for us, and it did. And I thought our guys took it to heart, the mental prep, got themselves physically ready to play, and left it all on the field. And for that, I commend our guys. There's things going to be to learn from this game. Absolutely. Things that we can get better, but they were physical all night. I thought they came with an edge and played very hard, but we ran up against a very good football team, and, they're undefeated for a reason.
Can you walk me through, the decision? It's 3rd and 5. You guys are down by 7. I mean, that takes stones. It's a gutsy call. And Cody made an unbelievable play to get away from the pressure. Could you just take me through your mindset there?
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where you just go with your gut. You feel like a touchdown or a field goal there makes it, I think, a 20-16 game, and it feels good. But a touchdown there would have been what I thought could happen. Give us a lot of juice and a way to finish the game and finish strong, and give that hope to us. At the end of the game, and I thought the guys did that. And obviously Cody made a tremendous play and made it happen. And when you believe in your players and it, just feel like it's the right time to make something happen, like I said, that's a very good play. And, just from my perspective, it just felt like the right time to go for it and gamble.
Last one. I just want to ask you about Tyler Snead. And I know it's 3 catches, but they're all 3 majors tonight. A guy who sat patiently waiting with a good attitude on the PR. What can you tell us about Tyler Snead, the way he is behind the scenes?
Yeah, he did phenomenal job tonight, being ready, being in the right place at the right time. Never have to worry about Tyler making any mental errors. He's always going to know what to do, blocks his butt off. He from day one, he showed up with a lunch pail in his hands and ready to work. And, we appreciated his effort, and then didn't even bat an eye to put him on PR and continue to work hard. Even though, he was behind Austin, had one of the best camps we had of a guy. And so we were expecting results from him. But obviously a night like tonight, kind of confirms that what we knew and what his capabilities are. And, hopefully he just continues to grow and get better.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
All right. Jason Moss, head coach of the Montreal Alouettes. C'est sûr qu'il a mentionné que on joue pour gagner, mais c'est difficile de ne pas être fier ce soir-là. Je m'excuse, mais on peut être déçu de ne pas avoir gagné, mais on ne peut pas ne pas être fier de cette équipe et l'effort. Et je parle de tout le monde, là, même les préparateurs physiques, les entraîneurs. Écoute, c'est extrêmement rapide. 2 matchs en 5 jours, là, c'est pas évident de faire ça. Donc, il faut être fier. All right, we're going to get to some comments. Bon match dans l'ensemble. On peut rivaliser avec les champions sans problème. La ligne à l'attaque mieux protégée, Fajardo. Mais il y a encore du travail à faire de ce côté-là. Fajardo doit viser long jeu plus souvent. Ouais, écoute, écoute, je comprends. Mais ils ont quand même... je trouve que Toronto a quand même bien... ils ont bien défendu le long jeu. Ils ont essayé une couple de fois pour Austin Mack. Ils ont essayé une couple de fois plus tôt dans le match aussi. You can jump in here. We'll just take a step back because you're a tall dude. Look, T-Rich, I've been telling everybody that I know you guys don't play for moral victories, but the physical pounding you guys take Sunday, travel, land in Montreal on Monday or at 6 a.m. and then come back and play Friday. Can you take positives from the heart and the effort you guys showed tonight?
You can take positives in the heart, but we really out there for the result. Yeah. And at the end of the day, we didn't get it. So it's just focus on and move on from here, see how we can do better for 2 weeks from now when we're back at it.
Special teams-wise, thought you guys really had a bounce back. I'm not surprised. You guys were flat-out dominant the first 3 games, a blip on the radar in Vancouver. But what was the prep and the mindset like going into this week where you guys just had one practice on Wednesday?
It was a real emphasis on mental, everything mental. Get your mental reps. Watch the film and see what we do and see how to block it from there. So, everyone came in locked in, and it was a good week of, a real short week, but it was a good week of walkthroughs, and I feel like we saw what we had to go out there and correct what we needed to correct.
When you have the quick turnaround, can you feel the fatigue in the game? You got to get down there. Can you feel it, or does adrenaline take over, or do you get worn down? I don't know. Do you take me through it? I've never been through it.
For the first 3 quarters, the adrenaline is definitely there, and then as it starts to wear off, you start to feel it a little bit, but I feel like it's something that you deal with throughout the long season, and it's just something that you kind of get used to.
You guys have another bye coming up, a bit of an odd schedule. Really tight week and 2 bye weeks. How does it feel to have 2 bye? Do you need another bye week after having one so close?
No, I wish it could have been a little more evenly spread out, but like we got a saying, you play the cards that are dealt to you, So, shit, we just gotta, buck up for a long stretch of games, and then we get a bye week right at the end of the season. Hopefully that can help us recover for playoff time.
Thank you, T-Rich. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Tyrell Richards des Alouettes de Montréal. Une autre grosse game pour lui sur les unités spéciales. Écoute, les unités spéciales, on l'a mentionné, là, mais pas surpris, mais ça s'est bien déroulé ce soir encore une fois. Le match à Vancouver, je m'excuse, mais c'est des matchs qui arrivent. Résultat est plate, mais c'est le meilleur des 3 derniers matchs. Absolument, c'est un très bon point. Je suis entièrement d'accord avec ce point-là, c'est sûr. Là, j'ai dit que j'allais donner une mise à jour. I said I was going to give an update on Philpott and Greg Ellingson. So both players have been on 6-game injured list since the start of the year, and we're at 5 games. So after the bye week, come back, play Calgary. That's a 6th, and then they both be eligible to come back. Whether or not they're healthy enough to come back remains to be seen, but they're eligible to come back. So the bye week does not count as a game, obviously. You have to play 6 games or miss 6 games when you're on the 6-game injured list in order to come back. But Look, the receivers aren't. The Owls didn't lose this game because of receivers. That I can tell you. Receivers made the plays that were out there tonight. I thought Cody Fajardo was pretty good. There's the one interception he definitely wanted back in the second quarter, and then the interception at the end of the year. I mean, it just at the end of the game. Sorry, it is what it is. Donc, on va répéter ça en français pour ceux qui l'ont demandé. Pour Phil Pot, ce qui est de Phil Pot et ce qui est de Phil Pot et ce qui est de Greg Ellingson. Les deux étaient sur la liste des blessés de 6 matchs. Donc, ils ont manqué 5 matchs. Là, il y a un 6e qui s'en vient après la semaine de congé. Donc, fort probable que les deux vont rater ce 6e match parce que quand on est sur la liste des blessés de 6 matchs, le salaire ne compte pas sur la masse salariale. Si on enlève ces joueurs-là avant qu'ils atteignent le 6e match, qu'ils ratent le 6e match, la masse salariale, elle compte jusqu'au début. Donc, même s'ils sont en santé, ils ont déjà raté 5 matchs, c'est fort probable, à moins qu'il y ait beaucoup de blessures, c'est fort probable qu'ils vont rater au moins une dernière rencontre. Pas sûr s'ils sont à 100%, pas sûr s'ils peuvent revenir mais oui, c'est ça la situation. Qu'est-ce qu'on a dans les commentaires? Great fight, mais frustrant. Beaucoup moins d'erreurs que la semaine dernière. Stanback a connu un bon match, dit Calvin, plus positif que la semaine dernière. J'aimerais voir le duo Fletcher-Stanback de retour, mais je comprends l'aspect du ratio. J'aurais pensé voir un peu plus de Mayala cette saison. Ento, match difficile quand même. Ils l'ont exploité tout le match. Hâte de voir sa réponse next week et de revoir Siante Evans. Great fight from our Owls, mais il faut sérieusement aller gagner le prochain match. On a Cody Fajardo qui s'en vient maintenant. All right, I started every interview the same way. I know that you guys play to win. There are no moral victories in this sport, but I'm sorry. I thought the team showed a lot of heart tonight to come back after, we landed in Montreal at 6 a.m. on Monday morning, had 1 week of practice. This week, you took me through, how your preparation was sped up and accelerated. Can you take a moral victory from tonight going into the bye?
There's only so many moral victories you can take, right, before you got to start actually winning games. But extremely proud of this group. And we went toe-to-toe with the defending Grey Cup champs coming off a bye week. They were ready for us, but we defended home turf and gave them a run. Like I said, went toe-to-toe, but we left a lot of plays on the field. And we're going to take this bye week. We're going to get healthy, and we're going to come back stronger than ever. But the good news is that locker room is believing. And that's the biggest moral, I think, of it all is we know that we can be a very good football team. We just have to clean up a little bit of the mistakes and go out there and execute.
I'm fed up already. 5 games in, I'm fed up of asking you this question already. But I do think that the protection was there tonight. I know you took the sack at the end on the second to last drive, but I thought overall the protection was there. Can you just speak to that point?
Absolutely. I thought Coach Moss called a great game, getting the ball out of our hands quickly. But also the defense dictated that. They got a great front seven, and offensive line played tremendous tonight. For all the slack that they've been getting, they played tremendously. But honestly, they played a lot of zone coverage, so we had to get the ball out. We weren't able to hit our explosions that we normally do. But to tell you the truth, I was extremely proud of the way the guys up front played. And if we continue to play like that, we'll be better and better each week.
I thought even from the very beginning, I know you guys went 2 and out the first 2 drives, but the production on first down, especially in the first half, was there. Did you guys put an obviously, you want to move the ball on first down, but was there special emphasis on that to get, because you weren't in second and long a ton tonight?
Exactly. And we got stand back going, and that was something that we wanted to do, and we felt like we wasn't able to get done the last couple of games because score kind of dictated that. So to get that going early, we ran the ball really nicely. And for offensive linemen, it helps them out a lot when we're able to run the football, not being second and long, and the defense line expects pass, right? I think the only couple pressures they had, we were second and long, and they knew we were passing, and that's the only thing we just have to continue to work on, myself included, not holding on the ball, but being able to stay away from those 2nd and 10s. I think that's why the offense moved the ball so well tonight.
I love the call on 3rd and 5, and I'm not just saying that because you guys end up converting, but walk me through that play. I think we tweeted out Cody Houdini on the highlight. I mean, how do you feel? Like, that's just pocket presence. I'm sure it comes with experience, but how do you feel the pressure coming from the backside? You spin away from it. Just tell me what you saw.
Yeah, you just kind of feel those pressures just by playing a lot of football, but I like to use the phrase sprinkle of Jesus, and that was definitely one of them there where you just feel the pressure and you get out of it. 3rd and 5, anytime a head coach gives you that confidence of, hey, it's 3rd 5. I believe the score was we were down 7. Yep. So to have that confidence in the huddle, I was just telling guys, we got to execute here, got to execute. They actually did a great job of covering. So I had to hold on the ball a little bit longer, made a play, and Snead happened to do great scramble rules and finds himself this second touchdown at the time.
Did Snead get you a Rolex, like for all those red zone targets? Well, like, well, just take us through. I mean, Tyler's a guy, great attitude, always has a smile on his face, waited patiently on PR. The fact that he comes away with a hat trick tonight, that's another positive.
Oh, I'm extremely proud of him and the way he's worked, and all of our young receivers. We have a lot of young receivers, right? But what I'm so proud about those guys is they just hit the ground running. And Snead came in and he answered the bell. I told him before the game, I said, look, you're not a rookie anymore. You got 1 game under your belt. So there's no more rookie excuse. And he came out and he scored 3 touchdowns. So he had a veteran presence tonight, and I was very proud of him.
Thank you, Cody. Enjoy the bye.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, Cody Fajardo. Well done by the Alouettes. You can come here. All right, I'll just have you come on the other side. Here, I don't want to trip you up. That's not good. I mean, you got the red zone targets. I mean, that every receiver loves to get. Just walk me through your game tonight and what you liked about that.
Yeah, no, it was definitely exciting. Red zone targets, like you said, Cody did a great job finding me, put the ball right on me, and made my job easy. I just had to catch it. So shout out to him, and then rest of the team, O-line, everybody else blocking and doing their jobs.
We already had Keon come through. He looked and he said you didn't see him at the back of the end zone for the first one. Is that the way that play's designed? Are you guys both supposed to be that close together at the back of the end zone?
Well, they put a coverage that, switched up kind of what we were expecting on that play, and Cody found it. He saw it. He found it, and he threw it, and all I saw was the ball, and so I was trying to go and make a play on it. I felt Keon coming towards me, kind of. We talked about it in the locker room, but I just told him one of us is going to have to catch it, and I was kind of locked in on it, and it was a great ball, and like I said, I just had to catch it.
I think your story is a great example of perseverance. Everybody deals with adversity in life, but you had a great camp. You took the practice roster. You waited 3 games to finally get your opportunity, and you make an impact in a big game like you did tonight. Can you just walk us through? How difficult is it to be patient? How do you keep a positive mindset and wait for your time to come?
Yeah, it's tough, but all I want to do is play football, and I want to play football for Montreal. And so I just kept my head down, worked hard, spent a lot of time in prayer, and God let it come to light tonight. And it was an exciting game for me, but obviously we should come out with that W, and we'll get them next time.
You started your career in the most CFL way possible, playing a game in Vancouver on the other end of the country on Sunday night, flying back to Montreal at 6 a.m. on Monday morning, coming back playing to the Grey Cup champions on Friday night. Physically, what does it feel like to go through that? Because I can keep saying it's a short week and people don't know what that means, but physically, how does the body feel as as the game winds down?
Yeah, no, your body definitely feels it, but coaches and staff and the training staff did a great job of trying to get us as ready as possible for the short week. And so, I think it was more of a mental week, and we were mentally prepared, and we came out here and we played good, but we just got to come out on top next time.
Finally, lastly, before I let you go, every game the fans vote for their Budweiser player of the game, and tonight you had the overwhelming majority of the vote. Monsieur Robert, est-ce qu'on pourrait avoir? Merci beaucoup. This, sir, belongs to you. Look into the camera right there. That's all yours, and we'll just get you to take a picture. So congratulations on getting the fan vote. You'll check Twitter, Instagram, and all that, but people are going pretty wild with the Tyler Snead performance tonight. Thank you, Tyler.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you. So the photographer's right there. We just need you to grab a nice little picture. Oh, did you already? You took it with the trophy? Okay, perfect. Excuse me. I'm sorry. Thank you very much. Yeah, it's a little heavy to carry back home. Yeah. All right, Tyler Snead. Thank you very much. Tyler Snead. Des Alouettes de Montréal. Antoine, you want to get an interview in here or what? Sure. Well, you can't turn me down now. I already said your name, and so everybody knows that you would big time me again.
Tyler Snead. 1, 2, 3. Tyler Snead.
Okay. So talk to me about that, because it's tough to have a great preseason and then have to wait on PR. Just, talk to me a little bit about his mindset and what you see from him in the locker room.
Well, he's just a guy that comes in every day, likes to work, never complains. And, he understands the CFL is a league where sometimes you got to bid your time, and his opportunity came up, and I think he made the most of it, obviously.
On the ground tonight, Steinbach, very productive in the first half. He came out for a little bit in the third. You were very productive as well. What went right on the ground tonight for you guys?
First and foremost, gotta give a shout out to the offensive linemen. Without them, nothing happens. But once they block and we get the ball in our hands, we just gotta read the holes, find it, and then just hit it hard. Make things happen. Obviously, last couple of weeks, the talk has been, we'll stand back this, we'll stand back that. He hasn't been running, but today he showed that he's still a back in this league and he can catch, he can run it. And when my number is called, I just need to fulfill my duties, and we'll move on.
Look, I know you guys don't believe in moral victories, but I thought, for a group, again, I said it a million times, when we landed in Montreal at 6 a.m. on Monday morning, you guys had one practice, a day off, and you guys have to suit up on a Friday night. And, you literally cannot travel any further in the CFL in a week. I thought you guys showed a lot of heart tonight, competing till the very end. Can you take any part? Do you feel that right now, or does it have to settle in your mind a little bit?
At the end of the day, we play this game to win. Like you said, no moral victories. However, we showed fight. We came out, 3-0 team, best team in the league for a reason, and we went toe for toe with them. We eliminate some of those mistakes, and you never know what the outcome could be. You know what I'm saying? So we just need to come to work every day, show that same fight effort for the next however many weeks we got. And I think if we do that, we're gonna hang with everybody in this league.
You're still the best-looking Canadian running back on the roster. Thank you, Josh.
Thanks, Joey. Take care.
Enjoy the bye. All right. Josh Renantoué des Alouettes. Je pense que ça va être tout. Du stade Percival Molson ce soir. Écoute, encore une fois, les Alouettes perdent le match contre les Argonauts 35 à 27. Oui, 35-27. Belle bataille, mais malheureusement, ils ont perdu 3 de suite. C'est 2-3 sur la saison. Et là, semaine de congé et on revient à domicile jouer contre les Stampeders de Calgary le 30 juillet. Vous pouvez acheter vos billets à goalsgo.com. Donc, merci beaucoup tout le monde. On apprécie les commentaires et les questions et on se revoit dans une couple de semaines.